peanut gallery comments throughout the entire thing.
Hello, cyberspace. It is I, Terra, and your favorite cyber bitch here. And tonight's title is The Musketeers. Terra turns to the dark side. That will be explained in just a few minutes. I have with me tonight, of course, my baby brother, an American Celt.
Hey.
I have with me the mechanic.
My
baby. Yeah. And I have the next 6 minutes.
I'm currently holding a small package of salsa de Sonic from the Sonic Drive-In restaurant. And the caption on the side of it says, "The quickest way to a breakfast burrito's heart."
That's true. Just putting all my breakfast burritos from McDonald's, which, by the way, listeners, I don't eat McDonald's often. I don't really like McDonald's. Our roommate was paying for it, and the breakfast burritos are the cheapest and the healthiest of all the fucking foods on there.
The healthiest thing to eat at McDonald's is nothing.
I'd rather go to Wendy's or Taco Bell. They're actually fresher and healthier. Remember, we did that whole
tap water at McDonald's.
I would be even skeptical of the unsweetened iced tea.
Exactly.
No, it has aspartame in it, of course. Okay, so the reason for tonight's topic. I went and covered a small Trump protest in my town. My brother has seen the video. I don't know, Mechanic 6, have you guys seen the video?
No, but now I want to see this video.
One of the people she interviewed recommended Rachel Maddow as a good source.
Now I want to see this video.
Dear God. Rachel Maddow.
She's like, don't go to these other news channels. Rachel Maddow is the one you want to go to.
It's like recommending Anita Sarkeesian for her expertise on gaming. That's ridiculous.
All right, so since it's my video, if YouTube strikes me for this, I'm going to go jump down their throats. So we're going to do screen sharing. So we're going to watch the video together.
Excellent.
Rachel Maddow is a good source on Trump bullshit.
All right, so
and I didn't even have my popcorn ready.
Trump protest, Gainesville, Florida.
I'm going to love this.
Trump protest for the national emergency in Gainesville, Florida. Very interesting. Mind you, I had seen them on my way home from running errands. Let's see if we can get some information from people.
You might want to present yourself.
I am presenting myself.
Especially being as I'm a liberal and they're probably going to be Trump, call me a Trumpet.
Yeah, you're not presenting yourself.
There we go. Now I am.
There you go.
Here's the first
one.
So,
why are you guys out here protesting?
Oh, because I have grandchildren who need something other than their dying planet to live on.
Okay.
This is one aspect of the overthrow of democracy. This basically is a distraction.
This guy claims he's going to be running in 2020 for Senate or something. Dude, he looks like he's not going to survive the next year.
He looks like Bernie Sanders is going to outlive him.
He looks like Mr. Clean, like
Mr. Clean decided to hit the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like Uncle Fester lost weight.
In Gainesville, so I had to come and see.
Where's his eyebrows?
Do what?
Usually we're
I say he looks like Uncle Fester lost weight. Where are his eyebrows?
He must be a pyro.
I'm calling vegan here.
You're calling who in here?
I'm calling vegan here. This guy.
Probably.
All right. Well, thank you. I go by Terra. This is actually live on YouTube right now. If you want to go to my channel later and check it out.
He's got that wheatgrass emaciation.
RRASYNN.
At a later point, I had a teenager taking pictures of me because I guess they thought I was causing trouble. The only question I kept asking was, why are you protesting?
Is a simple and legal question.
Hello.
Yeah, my cat is going to town on that scratching board.
Love the guys signing in the wheelchair.
Oh,
Trump is
get ready
the
for this
national
cartoon
emergency.
character.
That's why exactly you're protesting. I'm a YouTuber, freelance journalist. Why am I protesting? Go for it. Yeah, the reason is trade who's in bed with look at all the actions that Donald Trump has taken since he's been in office, since he was in office.
Must be a bowler.
All the communications, all these people.
Oh, I guess he declared national emergency.
Yeah,
Personally, I think that's stupid. My roommate and I were discussing it. She's like, he's throwing a fit like a 2-year-old. I was like, well, honestly, I was like, because I had told her that these people were fucking psycho. I said, honestly, I would rather have a 2-year-old that knows what he's doing and throwing a fit on purpose in office than someone like Reagan, who in the last 4 years of his presidency, because he was reelected, had fucking Alzheimer's.
Damn.
This guy's ridiculous. His travel that he set up is fake emergency, national emergency, is fake national emergency. Travel because that would be martial law at some later date. Watch. Well, I do know that with national emergency as well as martial law, Congress has to approve it. So I highly doubt they're going to approve it. No, they don't have to approve it. They have to fight it. They don't have to approve national emergency. That's the whole thing. The national emergency, the president can come in and do what he wants. Okay? They can pass a law saying that the national emergency is struck down.
What they were trying to tell me is that he declared national emergency so he can declare national law. That was a car full of teenagers and children under the age of 16 screaming that they want the wall.
I guess they were bored that afternoon.
oh yeah.
No matter what.
So is national law different from martial law?
Yeah, he's even said that on his campaign. I blame the GOP as much as I blame Donald Trump. Actually, I blame them too, okay? I know they had their agendas. They wanted to push through with this crazy clown president, but everybody knows he's a clown. He's an idiot. He comes out and says, oh, yeah, Japan wanted to nominate me for Nobel Peace Prize.
I mean, a lot of my town is liberal and democratic, but these people, oh my God, they made me ashamed to actually be a Democrat.
You got to understand there's a difference between liberal and leftist.
Yes. Let the disgust flow through you.
Oh no, my brother knows something you guys don't, and you'll find out in just a little bit. And my brother is so happy. And let me put it this way, Scooby's happy and so is Burnside. That'll give 6 a hint. Did I hear you giggling, 6?
Yes, I wish I had a burrito to put this salsa on.
Go make a burrito.
I have no ingredients for burritos at this
No, I
time.
don't watch TV. MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. And tomorrow it'll be on the online. Tomorrow you can
I can make a burrito out of anything.
No, I need tortillas. I don't have tortillas.
investigate reporters all over the place.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Use my last tortillas to make quesadillas the other night.
If I could, I would send you some of my tortillas through the power of the internet.
Internet tortillas.
Yeah.
The next step in technological evolution.
Yeah, if I could digitize them and send them to you, I would.
There were
Going to the
actually a
grocery.
lot more people before I got there,
Hey, UPS.
but the day was winding down. And then I decided to go after, or go to, not after actually, the double amputee.
Let me guess. Trump attacked him and chewed off his legs.
No, I
That
think
was
he's
mine.
actually a war vet.
Either that, it was just a big red tabby cat. It was highly aggressive.
You're not Pikachu? No, I'm his cousin. I'm a bite you. I'll explain that meme in a second.
Oh, I understand the meme completely.
Yeah. The frickin' dog in mid-leap.
Yeah, it was a meme about people doing Pokemon Go, going onto people's property. That's
Yep.
actually why they
Oh.
extended the radius that your Pokemon that you can try and get the Pokemon from and stuff, or that they appear, is so that you aren't going so far onto people's property.
Yeah.
I misread the dude's sign. I thought it said Tyrannus, but I did see the actual T. This is the problem when you people who write on poster board.
Yeah,
They don't plot out their letters very well.
my
Yeah,
handwriting is horrible, so you
that's
wouldn't
too much
even be able to
programming.
read it.
Can I interview you?
Yeah, so, I didn't notice the top of the T on the second T there, so I thought it said Tyrannus. Like it was
Kill the tyrants.
Kill the Tyrannus.
No.
Kill the Tyrannosaurus. I had to.
Registered Democrat. So.
Well, his legs are the size of a Tyrannosaurus arms.
What piqued my journalistic.
He stood on his hands. He'd make a great Tyrannosaurus if he glued a Tyrannosaurus head onto his butt.
The truth is an antidote to confusion. And what this president and this administration is all about is spreading confusion and un-American activity, like failing children.
Oh, these people! It's
families.
like a gathering of NPCs.
Asylum seekers.
I want to see if these people have a side quest for
The
me.
United States.
Thank you. Someone gets that joke now. Finally.
What, the NPC meme?
The ones that march
Yes.
from
The
Venezuela.
NPC joke.
I'd stop calling them SJWs and start calling them
In a
NPCs.
minute,
That's what I meant by it's too much
yelled at
programming.
because I told them that we don't have to give the Venezuelans asylum.
That's how we built the United States.
I stopped telling that joke years ago because no one got it, and I kept having to explain it.
Asylum. And they deny it. They can't get asylum at the place that they're trying to get
That is
to.
not true.
Yes, it is.
That is not true. If you show up,
We don't have to offer asylum.
and you are seeking asylum, you have the legal right to do that, no matter if you came from Mars. And you went to every planet in the solar system to get here. That is the law. And just because this president, who actually was installed,
Like I said, they're trying to tell me that we have to give them asylum, and we don't.
It's like there should be an interaction selection menu just below his head.
I was talking about the Geneva.
I don't like Trump, and even that's funny to me.
And the one woman says we're not in Geneva, Switzerland. Evidently, she doesn't know what the Geneva Convention is.
Walls are not the
I'm half tempted to oh, I would be so curious to see what happened if you would have picked a different response tree to see what he would have said.
taking from them. They're fleeing.
Or like in Mass Effect, try bringing an Xbox controller, seeing what rotating the stick and pressing A would do.
Say, sir, would you hold the other end of this controller? Okay, now the interview can begin. You start typing, start pressing buttons. Oh my gosh, we're just bringing it like a wireless controller.
And finally, someone gets my Mass Effect joke. Oh,
Is this guy
so
short enough for
long.
renting monkey to be interested in him?
One of the ways that we deal with taxes in this country. Your effort and your wealth.
Or pull one of the triggers.
Or bring a keyboard.
Yeah, just bring a keyboard. Old school.
They were literally standing there trying to make me feel bad, and I was standing there stone faced.
Find a place to plug it in.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see a USB port.
I just said it's illegal. Yeah. If you want to make a baby, you don't have to. If something happens,
He's the only one yelling throughout this conversation. Too.
Here's the funny thing is, I don't know if he quite understands that he's talking to someone who doesn't like Trump.
just be able to tell a woman what she can do.
I wonder what would happen if we attached a truck battery to his wheelchair.
All we want to do is to be able to
Give him a jump start.
And if we don't like what they stand for, we want to be
Oh, I don't like this guy, but I love his sign.
It's time for this to go around.
I like that he took the time to actually draw out the little lines.
Yeah,
I like the side where
I love the detail on it.
Little czar Putin put you where you are.
I mean, I love this guy's detail work on his size. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
I just want to take a big semi-truck battery and a pair of jumper cables. Put the jumper cables on the semi-truck battery and hook them up to his chair.
At this point, there's a teenager actually trying to get pictures and shit of me, thinking I'm causing trouble.
No, he's actually the one who's instigating the trouble.
And no, I didn't edit the video. I lost signal for a second, and then I finally got it back.
Hey, FedEx just drove by.
The wall is Stephen Miller's doctrine. Donald Trump is also Stephen Miller's puppet. He doesn't stop at just being Donald Trump's puppet. He is also Stephen Miller's puppet.
Did he lose his legs to an alligator?
I don't know.
He is a Jewish Nazi.
They didn't like this response either.
They didn't like what?
They didn't like me saying I'm not surprised that there's such thing as a Jewish Nazi.
Who's it?
I didn't get a chance to tell him, well, you do realize a lot of the Jews joined up with the Nazis so they wouldn't get killed.
I don't think this guy watches the History Channel.
I was being asked what's going on.
I don't think he's aware there is a History Channel.
Who did he call a Jewish Nazi?
Oh, well.
Yeah, I have about.
Hi, Lawrence.
I'm not violent.
Hey, Lawrence.
Lawrence can see this shit.
Hey, Terra.
Yes?
Who did he call a Jewish Nazi?
Tell him Lawrence is in the chat.
A survivor?
What survivor is a Jewish Nazi?
You know, I only love this guy for one reason. He's absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
Everything else I hate about this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is
You
just
gotta admire
irritating.
his passion. Everything else.
Like you said, you got to Myers fashion, but everything else.
He seriously thought I was gonna like just chop this shit up and make it into something else. I'm not the type to do that.
Was he expecting you to whip out a MAGA hat and start flipping him off?
I do a nightly live stream. There's going to be one tonight. I stream normally with at least.
Or rush in uniform and start doing the fucking Russian sword dance.
Or sing the theme song from Tetris.
I vote on
Dun 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 dun.
They got mad because I vote on issues, not on party.
You're not a straight ticket voter.
No, fuck no.
Oh, geez, that's a cardinal sin. That's a cardinal sin amongst the leftists.
Hey, I'm a issue voter as well. When I do actually vote.
Okay, so this is pretty much the. See, it's about the end of it. So, yeah, these people were so fucking psycho. Oh, I got a Pat in my chat.
Hey, Pat.
How you doing, Pat?
Because I saw it. Oh my God, those people are cringy because they had nothing better to do.
Oh, it's
brigade, the woke brigade. So these are libertards. Terra, you are not taking me to any of these spots.
I gotta say, Terra, man.
Okay, I gotta give.
It was just the cringe was just hell on wheels.
Dude, no joke, man. That shit, so fucking cringy. Pat, you're listening. I'm sending you a link in Twitter. Get in here.
So who's Lawrence? He's
one of Burnside's minions.
Okay. So you did that on Premiere. Okay, so it was.
I just did a live chat.
Oh, okay.
I did a live stream right then and there.
Yeah, because that is a feature of whenever you put up your videos for the Premiere.
Yeah, it's almost like a live chat.
Yeah, so when the video first plays, it's almost like a live stream. People can do live commentary of the video as it's initially
playing. That was an
playing.
actual live stream. Let's see, what else does Pat say? He goes, no, we don't have to give them asylum. I can't stand these type right here. They react based upon feelings. Anybody who disagrees with them is a Nazi or an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
Pat, hurry up and get in here, please.
Yeah, come on, Pat.
Phone. Come on, Pat. I'm going to call your phone.
Oh, man.
She's going to call your phone repeatedly, most likely.
Yep.
The infamous Terra spam.
That's spam
There he
with
is.
two M's.
Yay, we have a Pat.
What's up, y'all? I'm awake for once.
How you doing, Pat?
So, Pat, my brother already knows this. Mechanic might be a little upset, but I think he'll understand. And Six is going to be ecstatic. Scooby's ecstatic, and Burnside's ecstatic. So you're going to be fucking ecstatic.
What up?
These people were so fucking psycho. And it actually made me feel ashamed to be a liberal and a Democrat.
Terra, this week, I honestly just don't care. Ask me next week.
And mind you, I've been meaning to get a new voter card anyway. Because it's all torn up from living in my wallet. And if you ask Scooby, I did a screen share with him today so he could watch. I was trying to update my information online, but the fucking website's a piece of shit.
Yeah, probably hasn't been updated since the 70s.
No,
Hashtag walk away.
Where you put in your address, they have it all fucked up. So it doesn't recognize your address no matter what the fuck you do.
They're still using the same computer bank that we saw in Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Seriously, they really are.
Like 3 floors of tape machines just going. I think they use the same server for the Obamacare.
But so that I could, if it were up to me, I'd still be, register. I would go and register myself as an independent, but I wouldn't be allowed to vote in most of the fucking elections. So I can't change my political party to any of the unrecognized ones. So yes, I've come to the dark side. I'm now a Republican. But
Terra,
I still bleed blue. Fuck you.
we have cookies.
I don't want your goddamn cookies.
They're tasty cookies.
I don't want your goddamn cookies.
Okay, we'll get breakfast burritos then.
Well, it's better than the Maduro diet that the left wants.
Did I mention I have Sonic salsa de Sonic? The quickest way
Multiple
to
times.
breakfast burritos.
No. Pat's got what I want from the dark side.
Yeah, because I'm still right here watching this whole entire thing in the chat, and I'm like, these people are cringy as goddamn fuck. I'm like, oh dear God. See, this is the problem on I'm saying, like on either side of the damn spectrum, because both sides got these extreme ignorant ass motherfuckers right here who are just so deep in their goddamn feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That
They got
they
their
make the
head
whole
so far up their ass,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
Let me tell
And
you
it
this. I grew up around academics. I grew up around left-leaning academics. And I grew up hearing a lot of crazy rhetoric. Like, it's insane. I witnessed one of these academics actually walk up to a young boy and asked him if he had ever heard of Che Guevara.
I've heard of it.
I witnessed that with my own eyes and my own ears.
I think there's something wrong with Twitter because I keep getting people starting to follow me, and it still says that they're following me, but it says I only have 123 followers.
Twitter, they use the same server as Obamacare and whatever you're trying to sign up for. So it's all the same Armanzola computer banks with the tape.
Okay, so I've got 2 articles. One is directed towards Trump, and 2 is just completely unbelievable.
Cody, stop.
So I'm going to read the one that pertains to Trump first, and you're going to get a bit of popcorn gallery commentary that goes in between some of this. So I caught this on CNN, on the CNN website last night.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it says 16 states on Monday evening filed a lawsuit challenging President Donald Trump's national emergency declaration. The group of states led by California Attorney General Xavier Becerra filed the lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California. Now, mind you, I'm not going to get all these names right in the pronunciation. We're going to try to halt the president from violating the Constitution, the separation of powers, from stealing money from Americans and states that has been allocated by Congress lawfully. Becerra told CNN's Kate. Well,
just Kate.
Yeah, let's just go with Kate. Monday. The attorneys general from Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, and Virginia joined California in the lawsuit. It's
all mostly blue states. From what
I don't keep track of them. It's the latest challenge to hit the Trump administration, which already faces a litany of lawsuits over the national emergency declaration. No surprise. Over the weekend, the Center for Biological Diversity, Border Network for Human Rights, and again, no surprise on that one, which marched with Beto O'Rourke in El Paso, Texas last week, and the American Civil Liberties Union all announced lawsuits. At the core of each lawsuit is the argument that Trump is circumventing Congress to fund the wall along the U.S.-Mexico border by declaring an emergency. The Constitution assigns Congress the power of the purse, and no prior president has ever tried to use emergency powers to fund a chosen project, particularly a permanent large-scale domestic project such as this, against congressional will. This is obviously improper, said Dror Ladin, staff attorney with the ACLU's National Security Project. Becerra argued that the states have standing to challenge Trump because money appropriated to them might be at risk. If the president is essentially stealing money that's been allocated to go to the various states for various purposes, but no longer will, we're being harmed. Our people are being harmed, he said. The wave of lawsuits was expected, though fighting them in court will likely be difficult. The National Emergencies Act allows the president to declare, and most of this next paragraph is just crap about the National Emergencies Act. Basically, he can unlock a stash of funds, and legal experts say fighting that declaration based on the emergency itself will be difficult. The other question is whether statute Trump has invoked, which in this case requires the use of the armed forces, can be used to fund the wall. Basically, it's gray area. Under the declaration, the administration will tap $2.5 billion of military narcotics funding and $3.6 billion in military construction funding. Acting U.S. Defense Secretary Patrick, not even going to try and say that, said he will start studying which projects to pull from and determine whether border barriers are necessary to support the use of the armed forces. And the rest of this is just crap.
I'm like, gee, man, like give the man the damn wall.
Yeah, he's just circumventing.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah. It's like, to me, it's like I don't know if these folks just hate America, or they just don't want to stop the flux of like illegals coming in, because they know that's where most of their goddamn votes come from and shit.
Exactly. I think of that scene from Gangs of New York where the Irish are just getting off the boat and being signed up for the war effort for easy fast track to citizenship was the premise of signing X here. And I can only
X here, fast track to becoming a citizen. Put your life on the line for the country and you'll become a citizen faster.
Oh, Democrat.
And aren't we fighting off our third migrant invasion right now at this moment?
I have no idea. But this next one is in Florida, your state, Terra.
Fuck you.
Didn't you post a lot on Discord, Terra?
Yeah, that's all in Gainesville.
Okay, so this was February 4th at the Lawton Chills Middle Academy in Lakeland. So
yeah, Lakeland burned to the ground anyway.
Oh, y'all are gonna blow your tops at this one. Oh,
blow my top. Go ahead and blow my top.
Yeah, you're gonna flip your lid. A Florida school district. Oh, just listen to this. A Florida school district said that a student who refused to take part in the Pledge of Allegiance was arrested for becoming disruptive not for refusing to participate. On February 4th, the student at Lawton Childs Middle Academy in Lakeland refused to take part in the Pledge of Allegiance, according to the Polk County School District. A substitute teacher in charge of the class was unaware that the district's student code of conduct doesn't mandate students' participation, the district said. The substitute teacher said in a written statement that when she asked the student, who is black, to stand for the pledge, he answered that he won't because the flag of the country is racist. He then started to explain. Go ahead.
No, so I remember this story right here because I was watching Lords of the Night and they were talking about it. But
Yeah.
Keep going.
He then started to explain why the national anthem was offensive to black people. The teacher's statement to the school district was obtained by CNN affiliate Spectrum Bay News 9, and there's a link that I'm not going to go to. The teacher exchanged words with the student and called the school administration, according to the district. A school resource officer was also responded. The school cop. We do not condone the substitute's behavior, the district said in a statement Monday. We respect our students' right to freedom of expression, and we are committed to protecting that critical right while ensuring peaceful classrooms so all students can learn. The school administrator and the officer asked the student to leave the class, but the sixth grader refused. Lakeland police said, seriously? Typo. Lakeland police said the student who left the classroom created another disturbance and made threats as he was escorted to the office. He was arrested for disrupting a school function and resisting an officer without violence and transported to the Juvenile Assessment Center, police said.
So in other words, he was trying to cause a scene and shit like that, hoping that he'd get fucking, 15 minutes.
Well, he was causing a scene, expecting he'd just get sent to the principal's office, although they could have handled that just a little bit better, give him fucking eyes.
Well, I have a continuation to that, which was updated at 11:25 a.m. today.
Okay.
The 11-year-old Lakeland student continued to yell that the teacher told him, "Go back to Africa," a school resource officer wrote in his report.
Oh, wow. He's a noose and a bottle of bleach away from being Jesse Smollett.
See, here's my thing about this whole entire thing. It's like this
11-year-old Polk County student arrested for disrupting school function and resisting arrest without violence after refusing to stand for the pledge, said he is filing a civil rights complaint with the United States Department of Education. And they spelled United States with an F.
they what?
They spelled United States with an F.
There's an F in the word states. An attorney with the Cochran Law Firm in Tampa.
So that's basically a lisp.
Oh, please send me that. I want to record that typo.
He said that he and the student's family are also hoping the state attorney's office will not move forward with formal charges against the student because he was exercising his constitutionally protected right of free speech.
Well, that's true.
There is an improper constitutional deprivation of rights that goes to the heart of the founding of this country, Ford said during an interview Monday evening. He is very proud to be an American. He was acting in the great tradition of being an American.
No, you're not.
Ford's comments stem from the arrest and suspicion of the sixth grader at Lawton Childs Middle Academy in Lakeland on February 4th, after the student refused to stand for the pledge and was asked to stand up by a substitute teacher, Anna Alvarez. I wonder if that was one of my old teachers. I asked the student to stand up for the pledge, and he answered that he won't because the flag of this country was racist. Alvarez wrote in a statement. He then started to explain why the national anthem was offensive to black people. Spokesman for the Lakeland Police Department and Polk County Public Schools stressed that the student at the magnet school for gifted students was not arrested for refusing to participate in the pledge. Students are not required. There was at least one other student who was also not standing, and she didn't understand why her son was singled out, the mother of the kid. I just want people to know that my son is not a monster. He is not a disrespectful kid, she said, wiping away tears. She said her son was doing what she has taught him to do, stand up for yourself. Standing up for yourself is not wrong. She said that her and her son have been emotionally overwhelmed by the media's attention surrounding the incident. Stories have appeared on the Washington Post, NBC, USA, and Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Well, of course, because they love the virtue signal when it comes to non-white people.
Yeah. You don't know the feeling of having to raise your kids on what to do if you're stopped by the police, said Talbot, who noted she was 2 classes shy of a business degree from college. Alvarez's statement shows she told the student that, why, if it were so bad here, why didn't he go to another place to live? She explained that she had moved here from Cuba. The day I feel I'm not welcome here anymore, I'll find another place to live.
Yeah, she's also apparently no longer allowed to work in district schools.
According to the affidavit, the substitute teacher called the office to have the student removed. School resource officer Carlos Cortez and school dean Michael Simpson responded and asked the student to leave the room with them. The student continued to yell that the teacher had told him to go back to Africa. Well, obviously, if that's, we don't know exactly what was said, but most likely the teacher didn't say go back to Africa.
No, I think he just added. I think he just added that up in there to try to make try to make it like a race issue.
There's okay.
I've told other people, you don't like living here in America, go someplace else.
Well, apparently this is what was supposedly said. If you don't like it here, go back to where you came from. And he said, "Do you mean Africa?" And she says, "Yes." I don't believe that.
Then who the hell actually? He probably told people that.
Yeah, that was. I'm pretty sure that part is blown out of proportion.
Cortez also wrote in the report that the student told the dean not to touch him, that he would call the police on him. After finally leaving the classroom, the student continued to yell in the hallway that you're all racist. When he entered the office, he began to cry and scream, "I'm going to beat that teacher." Okay, and this mother is supporting this?
And you see what's wrong, with the black community right now. It's like, first of all, like I said, this whole sitting for the flag and stuff like that didn't start getting cool to Colin Kaepernick bitch ass started doing this stuff right here. And so now everybody who wants to goddamn be seen as cool and who wants to try to get the 15 minutes of fame that he's been getting all this goddamn time are now acting this goddamn way and stuff like that, because this never used to be an issue until 2 or 3 years ago. Now all of a sudden, hell shit, America is racist, the flag is racist, and all this yada yada and whoop de whoop and shit that's going on. It's stupid. It's like
everybody wants to compete in the oppression Olympics now.
Yeah.
Well,
when I was in middle school, I didn't stand for the pledge because I've learned that I didn't have to.
Exactly.
I didn't see the point in it, to be honest. There's really no reason. You're pledging yourself to a piece of cloth that's not even Old Fucking Glory. Fuck that. So here we go. The student also asked to call his mother. When he wasn't allowed, he went to the guidance office. The school principal took the student by his arms, telling him to calm down. The student told him that, "I'm going to get you fired. I'm going to get all of you fired."
Yeah, because he's going to play the race. He was going to play the race card like a motherfucker.
District officials said Alvarez will not be hired again as a substitute teacher. They said they are reviewing their training processes for substitutes. If Alvarez, because the name sounds very familiar, like an old teacher I used to have. If she's the same woman, she is not racist.
Well, this 15 minutes of fame crap. I see it as this: monkey see, monkey do. Doesn't matter who you are. Someone sees that it works. Oh, hey,
Yep.
this works. Let's do it.
Exactly. Yup, you said one too many times and stuff like that. And like I said, the only reason why he wasn't participating in the flag and stuff like that is because why? He saw Colin Kaepernick do it. That they think it's a cool thing and shit like that to act that way. So it's like, well, yeah, it is in their constitutional right and shit like that to like, refuse it to like refuse stand for the flag and all that right there. And right now, at this point, I have no problem with it. I think people who do that are fucking douches, but it's like they're within their right to do fucking so.
But
My thing is like don't try to force somebody to do something,
Exactly. Don't force somebody to do something because it's just gonna end up with somebody saying, doing, or both something that everyone is gonna regret.
Because like I understand both sides of this situation right here. It's like you got one who's basically like like grateful, like say probably immigrated from here from Cuba and stuff like that, and is probably appreciative of of all the American privileges and stuff like that they fucking enjoy. Well, you got this. I'm saying you got this entitled black kid right here who thinks that everything is so goddamn racist and everything is so goddamn against them and stuff like that because of bias ass bullshit that's going on.
Yeah, wait till the little bastard gets a job.
Yeah.
And I saw this a lot in the Hispanic communities in South Texas where I grew up. There's a lot of this kind of rhetoric that's passed down from grandparents and parents to their children that the gringos are the antagonists. Their culture, their system, their beliefs, or whatever, so on and so forth. It's all antagonistic, and yeah, I saw that a lot. And I would not be surprised if something similar, if perhaps even to a greater degree, exists in the black community. I don't know.
Oh
yes.
Man, in the black community, it's
Pancho Villa tried to free us.
yeah, in the black community, I'm like it is real jacked up because a whole lot of them hold on to this goddamn, they hold on to this goddamn rhetoric and shit like that, like and like white people are out to get them and stuff like that. They out to keep motherfuckers down when the only people who are really keeping themselves down are them.
Yeah.
And I tell them that stuff right there, and of course, I get called the coon and Uncle Tom, and I'm acting white and all that shit right there because I'm out here busting my ass, earning my goddamn keep while they sitting right here still waiting on welfare, food stamps, and shit to be handed to them. And then wonder why I'm living better than them because I'm out here goddamn here actually, taking these opportunities that have been handed to me instead of squandering and pissing shit away, expecting shit to be handed to me because woe is me, I feel oppressed.
Yeah.
Beautifully said, Pat. Beautifully said.
Yeah, some of the most racist people I've ever met were old Latinos.
Oh, there's an old black guy that I delivered to once. My first season of UPS driver helper.
These are the kind of people that, as soon as they see that your skin is a shade lighter than theirs, and you don't speak with an accent. I'm half Mexican myself. I would walk up to these people, and they would. Yeah.
They'd happily door check you into a fucking telephone pole.
Yeah.
Going 90 miles an hour. Just to spite you.
Yeah.
That about right?
Pretty much. Yes, I don't speak the mother tongue, and well, so the sun and me don't really get along that well. I tend to burn fairly easily.
You don't tan, you burn.
I can tan, but I have to do it scientifically. I have to stay at an hour, get out of the sun, come back the next day, go for another hour, and gradually I will build up a tan. But if I haven't been out in the sun for a while, like if summer started tomorrow, I would be screwed.
I tan really well. It's hard for me to burn. I mean, It might be because of all the road rash I've gotten, but
Well,
I don't know.
funny thing. Here's a funny thing: is that the genes that control appearance, there's only, I think there's less than 5 genes in the entire genome that control appearance.
Yeah, it's amazing how little variation there is. It's amazing how little variation there is in the genome.
So yeah, I'm caught between I'm caught between two worlds, the Caucasian world and the Latino world. I don't really fit in either completely. I'm sort of caught in between them. So it sucks. It does.
It just makes you unique.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it that way. It makes you unique.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you got to create your own world.
Yeah, it's certainly given me a unique perspective. So for many years, when people ask me the question, what are you? I would say I'm a me. I am a me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, I tell them straight up here, shit, I'm human.
Yeah.
Cause they quick to tell me, like I said, you ain't black, you ain't such and such, you ain't this and that and everything. I'm like, yeah, you damn right here, because before anything, I'm fucking human. Shit, I don't base shit basically on my skin color or I'm saying, my gender and all that right there. It's like,
I'm human. You're human. The guy in the other room is a jackass.
So many people, that they got it really good, but they just don't realize it because they're too busy playing "Woe Was Me" in the Oppression Olympics.
Yeah,
and like I said, have so many opportunities standing right there in front of them, but they squander them. And then when they're gone, they always want to think, "Oh, it's because I'm this, it's because I'm that." No, it's because you're a lazy motherfucker who wants to sit on their ass and wants shit handed to you.
Yeah, they don't notice the opportunity until it's bit them and run away.
Yeah. And then get mad at people like me who actually take that opportunity. Well,
exactly.
Shit.
It looks like Bernie Sanders showed up to give us a thumb down.
Speaking of Bernie Sanders, yeah, you hear that shit today?
The old bastard's gonna run again.
Oh God, like again. I know they gotta be like, Bernie, sit your old ass down.
At least give him a decent haircut before the campaign begins.
Maybe he's gone senile and forgot he already ran.
That's a possibility.
So far, I think like what? It's Bernie. It's Kamala. It's Cory Booker. It's fucking it's Pocahontas and shit. And it's like, who else is going?
Oh my gosh!
Pocahontas. She actually ran. She might actually have a chance.
I don't know. I think when it's all said and done, it's probably gonna be a battle between those two right there, Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren and shit like that. And they're all basically gonna be playing a race card and the fucking and the coochie card and shit like that.
You think he'll get the native vote?
Yeah.
If they I want to see their debates, and I want to see somebody get the Sugar Hill Gang song Apache. And play it over the video. I would. Oh.
Or the colors of the rainbow song.
We are so bad.
Have a Photoshop underneath the podium.
Savages.
Have a sign photoshopped under each of their podiums. This is a debate sponsored by the colors of Benetton.
Because Kamala Harris, she's already pandering to the black community and shit like that, talking about how she used to smoke weed and how she used to listen to Snoop and Tupac back in her day.
Is she walking around groups of black people and showing the hot sauce in her purse?
Yeah, no, she hasn't went that far yet, but she did listen to.
But I'm
waiting. She did listen to Snoop and Tupac before they became. The what now?
Seriously?
What is it?
Appealing to the black community by telling them she used to smoke pot? Seriously?
Okay,
I'm
you
like,
guys
yes.
ready?
Do it now.
Oh my god.
All right. So earlier, the story we were reading earlier about the kid being arrested for not standing for the pledge talked about a resource officer. Well, speaking of resource officers, a bill in Nebraska would ban police as school resource officers.
Oh boy.
So what are they using? Rent-a-cops?
Is
Mailman?
there no end to the insanity? In Nebraska, a bill has been introduced by Omaha Senator Ernie Chambers that would ban police officers from being school resource officers. It's mind-boggling. The bill specifies that peace officers actively employed by law enforcement agency wouldn't be allowed to serve as a school resource officer. But the thing is that was it at the Sandy one where it was the school resource officer that actually took out the shooter?
Yeah, I think so. Not
Yeah.
sure.
Chambers says that SRO programs disproportionately impact students of color and those with disabilities. Yet the image here, let me do a screen share. With them saying, oh, they have a disability, the school resource officers ignore them. No, actually, everything that I've known, school resource officers favor them because they are misunderstood and everything.
Sometimes I think these people just want to create problems just so they can come and be like Captain Save them.
But look at this. School resource officer, the kid with Downs.
Yeah. What are they going to
School
use?
resource officer, bad.
Yeah.
Flower power is what they're
Are
going
they
to use.
gonna get what? Like mercenaries?
What are they going to do? Get rent-a-cops?
School resource officers create the same toxic, discriminatory impact found in society at large. That's right. He's essentially saying that school resource officers are racist at their core, and so is all of society.
Oh God.
It is counterproductive to the purpose and goals of education and its processes to convert conduct that in the past was handled with the school context into a bias or a basis for arrest and entanglement in the court system with the responsibility of being locked up. Okay, one reason why we have school resource officers is because we don't want principals taking a ruler and beating our kids on the ass anymore. That's my job.
Exactly.
If anyone's going to beat my kid's ass with a ruler or anything no wider than my thumb, it's going to be me.
Well, Tara, it seems you have a grasp on the concept of the rule of thumb.
Oh yes, I very much have a grasp, and I'll tell you guys a joke in just a minute. Let's see. The bill wouldn't apply to a peace officer responding to a safety threat at a school, such as a school shooting, or for providing security for an extracurricular event like a football game. Not that it's a surprise, but Rose Diaz, representing the ACLU of Nebraska, spoke in favor of the bill. Try and follow her logic here. We sure can't. This is from Law Enforcement Today, as you can see. She says that diverse communities tend to have more school resource officers, and that somehow leads to a disproportionate impact on students of color. Maybe it's because in some of these schools, the students of color and ethnicity are the ones causing the problems.
That's racist.
I said maybe. And you know what?
No racist.
My joke I'm going to tell after this will come in. Oh, you're going to love it. While adding police officers in school may be well-intentioned, educators and policymakers are all overlooking the harmful and desperate educational impacts that harsh discipline can have on students. The bill ends the routine policing of school, which criminalizes everyday behaviors. Okay, so what we're just going to let the safety patrol be the ones to take over everything because yeah, they're going to be able to do a fucking thing.
Oh,
Harsh discipline is now apparently a bad thing. Perhaps a better approach would be letting kids run schools and inmates run prisons. As you might imagine, the police chief of Hastings is adamantly opposed to the bill. Dude, if I lived in fucking Nebraska, I'd be opposed to the bill.
I'm
Arguing
saying
it
like
would have
shit.
a significant and negative impact on the safety and education of Nebraska's schools. I mean, in any school, literally, you're educating criminals at some level, and you need these resource officers. If it wasn't for the resource officer at my middle school or at my elementary school, the elementary school, we had a kid come to school with a gun in his backpack. He planned on shooting one of our classmates.
Damn.
Like I told you, man, it's like these people want to. I'm saying they want to create problems and shit like that just so they can come in and try to. Oh, we got this
Guess
bill
what?
right here that'll fix this in the future.
Guess what
It's
race
like-
the kid was?
Hmm.
White.
Wait, which kid?
The kid when I was in second grade, he came to school with a gun. He
Okay.
intended on shooting up our class. He was in my class.
Yeah,
And
well, like I said,
before, school shootings were like quote unquote a thing, even though it was happening in the 20s and shit. But that was mostly because of headmasters raping students. But yeah, no, it was because of the school resource officer. This kid was put in juvenile hall. He ended up swinging the book bag and hitting me in the head with it, and I knew something was in there that was not a book. Because when it made contact with my head, it was metal.
mhm.
So, this kid went to juvenile hall. He was white. He had no soul because he was a ginger. Years later in middle school, I'm standing there as a safety patrol, standing there doing my duty, and I see this redheaded boy running down the hall. And I stop him because you're not supposed to run in the halls. That was my job, was to keep him from running in the halls. And I looked at him and I go, oh my God. And turns out it was the kid that hit me in the head with the gun. So he tried to get away from me, and at the time I was still taller than most of the other kids.
Hey, Terra.
Wait, no, this was 5th grade, so I was still in elementary school, but I was still taller than most of the other kids. And I chased the little bastard down and took him to his classroom. And I asked him, I was like, when did you get out? And he goes, I'm still on probation.
Hey, Terra.
Yeah.
Did they give you a nice little notepad and a pencil and the nice high-vis vest?
No, all we had was this damn strap thingy that goes across the shoulder and across the waist, and it was orange, not the neon yellow like what they have now.
I was going to ask you if they gave you a sticker that says, "Hello, my name is Terra."
No. Let's see.
Oh, the safety patrol in my middle school. They had the notepad. They had that pink notepad. They had the fucking pencil, and they had these really high-vis vests.
Okay, I'm done reading this article. I will post it actually in the chat, both side chat and everything, because it just keeps going on and on. But pretty much they're trying to blame school shootings on the resource officers at this point.
No, school shootings are due to bullies.
Mm-hmm.
School shootings are bullies and due to bullies because, frankly, they can have a very large psychological impact that most people.
So
understand.
So, what the fuck is this Kickstarter thing?
Oh yeah, a friend asked me to show that for her.
Which friend?
No one you know, it's a college friend.
Is it the idiot?
No, that
The
was a
boy.
coworker. At the shelter.
Apparently, her and I are actually friends on Facebook.
Yeah, where'd you think you got your cat from?
I
My
don't
cat
care.
was
She's
scolding
still
me,
an idiot.
Also, probably asking for water.
Oh boy, I have a downvote. Thank you so much for being a dick.
Yeah, it was Bernie Sanders. He stopped by to downvote you.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, I have a downvote.
Feel the burn.
I love Bernie Sanders right now.
Here's the downvote.
I like Bernie Sanders, but with that guy that was wearing the Bernie shirt at that protest, oh my god, he scared me. That's why I didn't interview him for very long. He fucking scared me.
You mean no eyebrows guy?
Yeah.
He
All
was
right, so
probably-
a deputy choked a woman about 30 times.
Oh, I got a funny science experiment story for you.
Joseph Clayton Spurring, 29, of Gainesville, was arrested. Oh my god. Dude, they put a space between the D and put it right next to the word on, so it says arrest Dawn.
Arrest on.
Arrested on charges of battery by strangulation, battery, false imprisonment, and obstruction of justice. For the third time in less than 3 years, Gainesville police have charged a now former Alachua County Sheriff's Office deputy with a crime. Deputy served an arrest warrant Saturday for Joseph Clayton Spurring, 29, of Gainesville. He is charged with battery by strangulation, blah, blah, blah. About 2 a.m. Friday, Spurring and his girlfriend of 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Returned to his apartment following a night out, according to a sworn affidavit.
That's a whirlwind romance. They're already up to the strangulation.
Yeah, right?
No.
Maybe it's moving a little too
Cheating
fast.
on him and told her to leave the apartment, according to the complaint. While Spurring was showering, she tried to get dressed and leave. He said, "Leave." I don't blame her. After showering, Spurring physically forced her out of the apartment, according to the report. As the woman walked away, Spurring chased her, picked her up by the shoulders, and carried her back inside. What the fuck? Where he proceeded to argue with her and choke her. Before finally, who has the show playing? Because I'm hearing myself.
I said, yeah, I hear echo.
Good chance of it being my brother. Let's see. Before finally letting her leave at 8:45 a.m., the complaint said, Spurring told her she could leave only to later tell her he was joking. At times, he forced her to crawl through the apartment and at one point kept her in the apartment by sitting on her. My God, is this dude, is this my ex-husband? The woman said Spurring let her leave only after she gave him her mother's phone number and address, according to the report. He said he would provide 5 people with the information and would kill her and her family if she told the police. He attempted to have non-consensual sex with her, but stopped only when she told him it would only make things worse, according to the report. The victim went straight to the police, where investigators documented a number of fresh injuries. Spurring was hired as a sheriff's deputy in 2014. He was previously arrested in 2017 when he was charged with aggravated assault and battery on his then-girlfriend. I think I read that report then. Prosecutors dropped that case in 2017, citing insignificant evidence. Now, Lieutenant Barrett is saying that Sunday, Spurring resigned following the arrest. December 2016, Spurring was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence and leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. Prosecutors dropped the case in 2017, citing insignificant evidence. Spurring was released on bond from the Alachua County Jail. Dude, I don't want this guy released on bond. I want him still locked the fuck up. Okay, so the joke I was going to tell, you guys are going to love this. I was telling Burnside about how now, I said, he asked me how I was doing. He's on his lunch break. I said, so the new thing is to be pissed about John Wayne, long dead, is a racist. He goes, what? He's a fucking legend. I said, apparently this is a surprise and news because of a 48-year-old interview with Playboy. He goes, and this is why I hate communists. They are IGSOC. This is why they must come to an end. I said, it pisses me off that they have to dig into the past to find shit to get bent over.
Yeah.
Everything for IGSOC, comrade. Everything of the old must go. If IGSOC offended, then we all must be offended. I said, yeah, even as a kid, I knew he was racist. He goes, back then it was nothing. Today it is nothing unless you're a Democrat communist. I said, even as a lib, I think people are looking for racism where there isn't any. He goes, if IGSOC demands it, comrade, then it must be done. I said, go suck my boyfriend's dick.
All right, I got a funny story for you.
Hold on. I'm not done.
All right.
It's almost done. He goes, we mustn't commit crime, thought crime now, comrade, sin. Even the slightest hint of it could be dangerous. I go, I'll even dip his nuts in vodka so you can get a taste of home while you're at it. And that's where we fucking lost it.
That is hilarious.
Apparently he had a really good comeback to follow up with that. He was like, too funny. I said it was too good not to use. He said I had a good follow up, but that was hysterical. I said it just killed your comeback. Yeah.
All right. So I got a story for you. This gets a little sciencey, so I will explain as I go. My dad is a physics professor, and this was like a decade ago, but he was teaching a class and he was explaining resonance frequencies and natural frequencies. And he was explaining how if you matched a resonant frequency to, say, if you used an amplitude, or you took a couple speakers and you got an amplitude, you attach these speakers up to it and you match the frequency of these speakers to the resonant frequency of the building, the entire building would just start shaking and it would start to cave in on itself. So a couple of his students decided, we're going to try this. So they actually went into the basement of their little, I guess you could call it a dormitory. But, and they got a bunch of these huge speakers, and they got this little amplitude, and, you know, it started going, wow, wow, wow. And they finally got it up, and, you know, this whole place just started going, just started fucking shaking. Everybody was freaking out. There's a video of it somewhere, of this whole building just starting to shake. Like, visibly shake. And everybody's running out screaming. And the fire department came and they couldn't figure it out because they flipped off the speakers as soon as they got there. I don't even think they figured out who did it to this day.
Oh, I have a Pox in the chat. Yay!
Hey, Pox.
Let's see. Bernie is a joke. He's trying to re-up the money he lost. Thirsty ass pussy. Pox, sweetie, have you been drinking?
Obviously. But yeah, I thought that was a hilarious story because just the entire building, and this is like a huge building.
So apparently there's kind of grazed over the story. There's a link in the side chat that my brother posted. Apparently, there's a woman from Alabama that married a ISIS fighter because she was brainwashed, and now she wants to come back home because she realizes that she done fucked up.
Yeah, I saw it on the news.
Oh God!
And she's like, I realized I ruined my future and that of my sons, and I deeply regret it. Well, if you deeply regret it, do the honorable thing. Go jump off a building.
Damn.
And bring your husband with you.
No,
Yeah,
my thing
let
is
the kid
like,
go home to your family because that's his blood. I'm cool with that. Let the kid go home, but you do the honorable thing. Better yet, don't jump off a bridge. Go hug your husband and pull the cord on that grenade.
because he is not going to let her motherfucking ass.
Nope,
It's like
nope.
she's pretty much fucked, like shit.
Send her kid, in a package, a crate, I don't care, over here, and her go give her husband the biggest hug ever, and then go, boom.
Because her thing is, if she tries to leave and shit like that, they already can track her down and kill her ass.
Yeah. That's why she needs to just give her husband a big old, tremendous exploding hug.
Well, I wouldn't go that extreme.
That reminds me of the freaking dude who mailed himself and popped out too early. Retarded Jack in the Box.
Sounds like you shouldn't have been stroking it so much.
I don't think you were around when I don't think you two were around when I told that. Were you, Six and Pat?
No.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna retell this one for y'all's benefit. So apparently, years and years and years ago, there was this black guy who actually airmailed himself from one city, I forget which city he mailed himself from, to his grandmother's house. And he would have gotten away with it too. He was all the way.
Them damn pesky kids. And
No,
meddling kids.
No, he got all the way to his grandmother's doorstep. He popped out of the box too early, though. The mailman was halfway down the sidewalk, but he popped out too early, and the mailman saw him.
I think, how the hell did they not detect him?
I don't know, but he got all the way there. He got all the way there.
Oh boy!
Because didn't Adam Salah try to do some shit like that?
I
guess
know.
he came too early.
Yeah, I heard this. I heard this story, and then a couple years later, this comedian was doing a shtick on it, and he ended this thing with, "I'm not afraid of nigga in a box. I'm afraid of sand nigga in a box." Yeah. I can't believe the guy actually mailed himself.
No.
Fucking retarded Jack in the Box.
I tell you, if anything, hell, that makes me worried about our mailing system. Cause hell, don't they? Aren't they supposed to detect?
Yeah, they can actually detect a live object in there now, but way back then, they didn't.
How old is this?
Probably a good decade and a half at least.
I would say before all the. I would say prior to 9/11.
Yeah, pre 9/11. It's a good 15 years at least. Because, 2000-ish is when people couldn't mail themselves anymore. Actually, when this happened, they probably amped up the screening. Because I don't remember exactly when this happened. It was probably a good 15 years ago. But It was funny when I heard about that. It was like, seriously, dude, poke a hole in the box when you get there. Make
So you can
sure
see.
the dude is in his mail van and all the way down the street before you jump out.
All right, so apparently it is just now known, because this is updated 4 days ago, that Chicago is the most corrupt big city in the country.
Oh.
And Illinois is the most corrupt state in the country, or the third most.
Say it ain't so.
Didn't they understand that when What's-His-Face was running for fucking mayor?
I thought Alaska was the most corrupt.
No, that's the most crusty.
I was being
That's the most
sarcastic.
cold.
No, I was being sarcastic. Extremely sarcastic. Yeah, we all figured out that Illinois and Chicago are the most corrupt. How many years ago?
I mean, we've known for a long fucking time.
Yeah, and they're just figuring this out. It's like, seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like one of the states with one I'm saying one of the most strictest gun laws there is out there, and shit.
Take
Look at how
away
many
the
homicides
gun. Yeah, considering how many homicides they have in a single day.
I'm
Let's see,
saying.
Chicago may be known as the second city, but it remains number one in the ranking of most corrupt cities in the nation.
Yeah.
The corruption in Chicago and Illinois, it's a report released on Monday from the University of Illinois at Chicago, notes that while there's been a decline in recent years of federal convictions for public corruption, the Windy City still leads. Additionally, Illinois remains the third most corrupt state when compared per capita basis to other large cities in the district and the District of Columbia. Apparently, Chicago reduced its murder rate in 2018, but it still out tips LA and New York combined.
Well, you know, the only reason their murder rate went down is because, well, they're running out of people.
Exactly.
They killed them off in the 3 years prior.
Well,
Exactly.
it went down because, you know, they
Way to go,
started
gun
freezing.
control.
So they have to start over. The group used the most recent figures from the Department of Justice Public Integrity section, which found that there were a total of 25 public corruption convictions during 2017 in the Northern District, which includes all of Chicago. That was down from 30 in 2016 and down from an average of 33.6 per year over the past 10 years.
And whose district
This isn't
is
a very
that?
long article. There were a total of 34 cases of public corruption and convictions in all of Illinois, providing that public corruption is not just a big city problem. Since 1976, when the DOJ began keeping track of public corruption, there were 1,731 people convicted of public corruption in the Chicago area.
Damn.
In that same time period, there were 1,534 people in LA and 1,327 in New York, 1,165 in Miami, and 1,159 in DC.
Well, what do all these places have in common?
Too many fucking people?
Well,
Now I
yeah,
understand.
there's that. Though.
Seriously,
But
now I
also,
understand why end of the world movies always have them over these places.
yeah, they're also democratically controlled.
Yep, they're all controlled by Democrats.
These 5 districts, Chicago, LA, Manhattan, Miami, and DC, led all of the 93 federal judicial districts for the 47-year period since 1976.
I am not a Democrat. I just hate Trump. I want to make that clear.
All right, so this is a link to another story. I'm just going to read the title. Thieves in Chicago are targeting Canada goose coats as temperatures plunge in the city.
Say what?
Read that again.
Thieves in Chicago are targeting Canadian goose coats as temperatures plunge in the city.
It's a brand.
Apparently, they're supposed
Canadian
to be
goose.
made out of Canadian goose fur, or stuffed with Canadian goose down, which is probably what it is. And so they're looking for them so that they can survive the winter.
Oh boy, it's fortunate that Jesse Smollett was not wearing a Canadian goose coat.
The state of Illinois did not fare much better in the report, which examined convictions per capita. D.C. led with 1,159, which is 17.24 per capita. In the same
Canadian Down syndrome?
What?
Canadian
Down
Down
syndrome?
syndrome.
No, shut up. In the same 47-year period, followed by Louisiana with 1,202, Illinois with 2,102, Tennessee with 1,015, and New York with 2,860.
Mm.
All right. While California, Texas, Florida, and New York each have more public corruption convictions than Illinois, their populations are larger than Illinois, and therefore they rank lower on per capita basis. What the fuck? Pennsylvania's rank is lower both because its total number of convictions is lower and its total population is larger.
Well, we're all a bunch of assholes down here in Texas, so.
And apparently here in Florida, all we do is fuck gators. I don't know. Burnside's the one from fucking Illinois and Chicago. Yeah, he likes to fuck a gator, which is me, so I don't know. Chicago's political world was rocked earlier this year when one of the most powerful Democratic city council members was charged with extortion. Accused
So.
of trying to shake down a fast food restaurant seeking remodeling permits. Alderman Ed Burke, 75, is charged with one count of attempted extortion for conveying to comply or to company executives of Burger King in 2017 when they wanted to get permits if they signed on as clients at his private property tax law firm. Apparently, it's a 37-page complaint. Jesus Christ. A conviction for this carries a maximum of 20 years in prison.
Huh. So almost as bad as murder.
Pretty much. Let's see what else I got.
Oh, Lord, people are still going in on that girl.
Okay, so here's something that should piss us all off. Hashtag #MeToo painted onto the unconditional surrender statue in Florida.
Oh,
it's what?
It's the
kissing. It's essentially that kissing picture from the end of World War II.
Oh,
Someone wrote
somebody
on the
did.
leg.
Oh,
Somebody
God.
spray painted hashtag #MeToo on the leg of the nurse.
Yeah, this
It's
came
always
after,
got to
like,
be
a
some
guy died
dumbass.
recently. I
Yeah,
heard
like
about
didn't
this,
he pass away?
Lord,
yeah, just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I commented on their show. I was like, get ready for the Me Too accusations.
And sure as shit, here it is. Like,
$10, it's a teenager.
And what's funny is that the woman didn't mind. She was asked about it years later, because, the 70s came along.
Well, it doesn't matter. He didn't have the spray painter's permission.
$10 says it's a bedroom feminist.
Probably.
mm-hmm.
But, she was like, oh, no, it was a nice surprise. I was so glad that the boys were home. I didn't care.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like a lot of women didn't care because hell shit. People coming back from the war safe and sound. So shit.
Exactly. Sarasota, someone spray painted hashtag Me Too this week on a Florida statue depicting a sailor and a dental assistant kissing at the end of World War II. According to the Sarasota Police Department, officers responded, shorting, really? Dude, what the hell is wrong with people at the Gainesville Sun?
Illiterate.
I'm going to email them because I actually emailed the editor earlier today about my video, and he's like, we don't want something like that. Okay, so I'm going to email you and say, maybe you should reread the shit before you let it get posted, because I am catching tons of fucking misspells.
No, better yet, just print it out, get a red pen, and correct it for them, and mail it to them.
I might do that. But yeah, shorting. Okay, so officers responded shorting before 1 a.m. Tuesday to a report of a person vandalizing the unconditional surrender statue at North Gulfstream Avenue and Bayfront Drive. Officers found #MeToo painted in red on the left leg of the woman. Officers searched the area for spray paint bottles. Spray paint bottles, really? Hey guys, when was the last time you guys knew of spray paint coming in bottles?
Never. It comes in cans.
Comes in cans.
But not one found.
Is this from CNN?
No other objects were found to be vandalized. There is no surveillance video of the incident. Damage is estimated to be more than $1,000. Dude, it's really not that much.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
What is it? Bronze?
No, it's steel and painted.
It seriously just wire brush it off and repaint it.
Exactly. Soap and water. Fuck it up, man. Police believe that the vandalism took place Monday between the afternoon and evening. The City of Sarasota Public Works Department has been notified, and the graffiti has been painted over by 9 a.m. See, they just painted it over. There's no damage.
Yeah, no damage. Now, if someone had taken a fucking blowtorch to it.
And my thing is, like, hell, shit, if anything, I don't know. It's like, hell, now they're going to really make this thing a target now because they done blew this bullshit out of proportion.
It's asked to call the police department.
Oh, $1,000 worth of damage. What'd you have to do? Buy a whole new paint can? Oh, what's that? 15 bucks? Yeah, $1,000, my foot. 15 bucks for the paint. What? $1.50 for the paintbrush? If you go to Home Depot.
Now, if they got that really expensive wire brush, maybe 15 bucks.
Oh, they just painted over it.
Mm-hmm.
They just painted over it. That's why I'm not even. That's why I'm not even adding in the wire brush.
Maybe
the
maybe
polisher.
Maybe I'm just putting this out there. Maybe hypothetically speaking, they had to pay an intern.
My aunt tagged me in this. It's from yesterday. A man has climbed a crane near Florida International University with an American flag to protest Donald Trump's arrival later today.
What's he gonna do? Stay up there?
All right. So who wants me to read the comments? Say I.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Someone says put Pelosi up there. A protester stumps on our flag. Stumps, really?
Stumps.
Does not wave it. What is his message?
I want attention.
Reporter and photographer. Okay.
Oh, please tell me this one is from the same newspaper.
No, this is actually from Fox 35 WOFL. How did they know he was protesting Trump? Maybe he was supporting him because no self-respecting leftist would display an American flag in a protest.
So, Terra, you're telling me this came from Fox Waffle?
Yep.
Fox waffle.
You don't want to Google Fox waffle.
Protests against Trump using an American flag.
Now I do.
Dumbest is growing. Trump is the best president we've ever had. He is for the people. How many other presidents worked for free? He is going to get rid of all the giveaways and people will have to work then. Okay. Someone says, don't fall. I love this next person. Jump!
Jump! Me!
Do a flip!
I'm gonna megaphone. Jump!
Another one at 19 seconds goes, jump! Someone says, I hope he falls.
Here, I'll help him a little. let me get some hydraulic jacks.
Someone's next comment is hashtag MAGA.
Seriously, let me get some hydraulic jacks and some clamps and a fucking just gigantic fan. I'll help him out a little.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Somebody, who's got $1,000 for a can of spray paint so we can just paint an X?
Here we go. Someone goes, cannonball! Someone says, hopefully he steps off to see if he can fly.
I believe I can fly.
No, it reminds
wait, I'm falling.
Him saying that, it reminds me of the movie, and Six is going to be like, oh my God, now I got to watch that movie again. The Boy Who Could Fly.
Oh, I hated that movie. Oh, what? I hated it. It was, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Someone says, I would rather be an American than a Trump supporter.
So I especially the scene where the kid buries his G.I. Joes in the yard and gets all butthurt when it starts raining. Oh, I gotta go save my G.I. Joes. And anyway, sorry.
Well, the movie states that he has mental issues.
Yeah, true. But when I first saw it, it's like that didn't really connect with me because the first time I saw it, I was a little kid. So it's like, why is this kid freaking out?
Okay, so this is perfect for the men that I have on the stream now.
Hello,
it says headshot. That'll get him down.
Oh yeah.
My thing is like, it's like, yeah, if you don't support Trump and shit like that, it's like that's not the thing that really gets me. It's these motherfuckers that act like goddamn children. That they just throw the biggest ass motherfucking fits.
No, Terra, it's more like leg shot. That'll get him down. It's more fun to watch him fall screaming.
You only got a
jump.
South Korean
Quit wasting time, oxygen, and space, and get on with it, lad. Bet you won't do it, chicken shit.
I wonder what the German judge would give him.
So it says, I think it would be more dramatic and forceful if he jumped while holding the flag.
How about a high dive?
Epic slow-mo. Yeah, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the concrete really fast.
Or he does the Superman thing, trying to fly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, someone says he's not protesting. He's proud American, MAGA, Trump 2020. Let's see.
Does the Superman thing, freezes in the air when he realizes he's gonna fall.
Yeah, right. He does the thing where he.
Six. You're gonna get this quote. I'm hoping for a triple Lindy.
I get no respect. I get no respect. I can't get no respect.
Oh.
I tell you.
I got that one too.
Someone says, if the flag's upside down, it means distress. And this country is in distress.
Hey, if it's on a pole, just drop it straight down and it'll bury itself in the concrete.
All right. I'm going to do a screen share because, well, no. Yeah, no, because it gives away my name. But someone says he is crazy. C-R-E-Y. Problema. Mental.
Mhm.
Someone be dyslexic.
Crazy.
No, English probably isn't her first language.
Yeah, that's why they're spell correct.
Beware the craggle.
Maybe that means she's up the border.
Someone goes, guess he doesn't have a job, huh?
Nope.
That is his job. He's a crane inspector. He just doesn't know how to get down.
He could jump.
my-
Someone says, not entirely sure how the American flag is supposed to be a protest against the man who is trying his hardest to protect America.
He's throwing a fit right now. And he shot himself in the foot by saying, well, it's not really an emergency.
Oh, well, apparently people are still commenting because the comments are flying by.
Of course they are. It's hilarious.
I wonder if they got the spotlights out.
Oh yeah, did we mention this earlier that Nick Sandman's attorneys they filed that defamation lawsuits against WAPO? 200. So they're going for $250 million in damages. Now, can you imagine if they actually win that?
Yeah, that's actually how much Jeff Bezos paid to buy Washington Post.
Someone's asking if he fell yet. No, he hasn't fallen. The guy's like sitting down on the crane.
If they win that, man, the rest of these motherfuckers that I'm saying who they're supposed to taking the court as well, I know they're gonna be just like, oh shit, we're in trouble. If they do, I hope they definitely get motherfuckers like Alyssa Milano, Kathy Griffin, and definitely CNN bitch ass.
I think Huffington Post is at risk too.
You guys are gonna love that. Someone posted a meme that says, "I have to ask, is the Russian collusion in this room with us right now?"
Hey, somebody move the crane.
Jiggle the crane. Jiggle the crane.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn on the smoke machine.
Jiggle the crane, make it fall.
Someone goes, shoot!
Or just do what I used to do.
Someone says, don't say jump, and then person right below him goes, he just needs to jump.
Or you could make a fun night out of it. Get a bunch of Whistler bottle rockets and start shooting them at him.
No, I was thinking of getting some of those little remote control biplanes and just flying around him. See if he swats at him.
Yeah, is a lot of people telling him to go fuck off. Some people saying he's a true patriot. And a lot of, I hope you fall and jump.
No, 6. Even better. We find some guy that's built a scale model of a 747 with the jet turbine engines, and we fly it right past his head.
Oh man.
Because those things are just massive. We just fly it right past his head.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich.
And write MAGA on the side.
All right, let's see if I have any other Florida stories. I know I posted.
Jackass Airlines.
I have an Alabama story.
You mean about where the woman wants to come home?
Yeah.
I already summarized.
We already talked
We
about
covered that one.
All right, so UF student 19 arrested Sunday morning for rape.
U.S. what?
UF, University of Florida.
Oh, UF.
Oof.
All right, Ian Fitzgerald, last name Deal, what the fuck, is a sophomore and faces a charge of sexual battery. He's not a bad-looking kid. A UF University of Florida student was arrested Sunday morning after police said he raped a woman Sunday in the University of Florida Keys residential complex. Ian Fitzgerald Deal, 19, a Jacksonville native, was arrested on a charge of sexual battery. UF spokesman Steve Orlando said in a text message Monday that Deal is enrolled at UF as a construction management sophomore. Deal was invited back to the woman's apartment to hang out. A UF Police Department arrest report states that the woman told Deal she did not want to have sex. Deal later grabbed her by the neck, flipped her over, and started taking off her clothes. He then pushed the woman's face down into a pillow, raped her, according to the report. She reportedly told him to stop. Once Deal finally stopped, police said the woman called law enforcement. Police later found him naked and asleep in the woman's bedroom. He told police he and the woman had consensual sex. When the police asked for more details, Deal requested a lawyer. Deal was booked into the Alachua County Jail, has been trespassed from the apartment complex, and is being held on a $270,000 bond. Orlando said he couldn't discuss any potential UF disciplinary action. He's getting expelled. I can tell you right now, he's getting fucking expelled.
And the thing is, right now, it's just right now is he said, she said.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And she said always win.
This just popped up on my little news feed.
Stop.
So I do have to say this: the Mars rover Opportunity, 5 days ago, UNT just posted a farewell to it. It was only expected to last 90 days, but is operated more than 5,000. UNT just posted a farewell. It says, "Farewell Opportunity. You performed beyond our wildest dreams. You are a testament to the ingenuity of the human race."
Everyone, press F to pay respects.
What are we?
I'm a console player. I press X.
Are we paying respects to a machine?
Yes, we are.
What machine is it?
The Opportunity rover on Mars.
What happened to it?
It died.
It died. It was only expected to last 90 days, but it fooled everyone and worked more than 5,000 days.
I'm sorry, I don't pay respect to machinery, but go for it. The only machinery I respect runs on batteries.
Your vape?
Do you mean sexual batteries?
Yes, I do.
The UNT Astronomy Department says, or the UNT in Astronomy bids a farewell to our favorite Martian, Opportunity. This little rover was expected to only last 90 days, but fooled us all by working more than 5,000. That's more than enough to earn a PhD. Way to go, little guy. Way to go.
They're not seriously going to give it a PhD, are they?
No.
Okay.
They were just comparing it to earning a PhD. But that's amazing. Built to last 90. Worked more than 5,000. Damn.
Did she have a sister rover, Spirit?
I believe so. Spirit didn't last nearly as long as Opportunity, though.
Spirit did not have enough spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit didn't get the opportunity.
Funny.
And Opportunity had all the spirit.
Yeah.
All right, so I figured last 10 minutes we can just bullshit.
Yep.
But, you know,
Okay.
I had
Had what?
Fucking say. Oh, I had someone telling me that I wasn't doing enough stories, so yeah. I made sure I got some stories in tonight.
Oh, yeah, it was a whole lot.
Yeah.
Covered quite a bit of ground.
And then it was like, say, you know, that and the cringy videos, like, like I said, when I come up there, if you dare take me to one of these things, I swear to God.
Though, Terra, I would say you probably didn't cover enough ground as the guy on top of the crane could potentially.
Yeah, straight down.
I hope he jumps. I really do.
Me too. I hope he tries to Superman his way out of there. Then he realizes, oh shit, I can't fly. And I hope someone catches a video of it.
Well, his checks didn't bounce, but he sure will.
We're evil people.
No, we just like Cards Against Humanity.
We just have awful sense of humor. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say it's an awful sense of humor. I'd say it's a really twisted sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet the blood spray would make a great piece of modern art.
Hey, it's an excuse to fix the crack in the concrete.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. I doubt even Domino's would do that. Speaking of which, someone actually came up with a great idea on how to get the government to fix the cracks in the road. Draw dicks around them. It'll take them a few days.
Well, all I can say is concrete 1, dumbass 0.
Hey, you want them to fix the cracks in the road? Make them bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it to where like you rip off a fucking tire.
Exactly. Like there's one pothole. They finally fixed it after 3 years because it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger
What
until
were they
it
expecting
finally
you to do?
took
Get smaller?
Well, no, this thing literally every single week it would gain like an inch.
Damn.
Yeah, until it took like 2 or 3 years to finally take up an entire lane. It's like, oh my god. Because it was on this it was between a gas station and a apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
And it started out just as this tiny little pothole. No big deal. But it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Did it have a country accent?
Yeah, probably. And you know, a few times they just kind of glossed over it, but it was like sticking a Band-Aid over a broken arm. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it.
Nope.
It'll stop the bleeding for a few minutes, but, you know, it's not going to fix it.
No, it's all the temporary blacktop stuff that they throw in there is usually lower quality.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
The first couple really heavy vehicles that go through there will tear it right out.
Yeah, exactly. And they had to rip up like 60 yards of it, of this, just 60 yards complete, and repave the whole thing right down to the dirt. I mean, it was like one of the major roads leading through my neighborhood, or my old neighborhood, I should say.
Oh, damn. You got hit with that too?
This street, they had dug down and they had fixed the water pipes and they just stuck a patch over it. Well, they just kept patching it and patching it because this thing, it started to look like an earthquake disaster zone. I mean, these massive cracks were, and it's like, you know what? If you had done it right the first time, you wouldn't have to tear up the entire road.
Yeah. Any sort of you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's typical. Yeah, that's typical. It takes some ages to get around to actually doing anything, and once they do it, it's like scorched earth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the nice thing is I ride through that neighborhood on a bicycle. So when they had ripped up all the road, they had both sides blocked off, but it was ripped all the way down to the dirt. So I just kind of jumped off I was on a mountain bike, so I just kind of jumped off the lip, rode all the way down to the fucking convenience store, jumped up the lip, bought whatever I needed, jumped back down the lip, and then went all the way up to the road.
That's called versatility.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn, Matt Christian got struck down.
I wonder how they're gonna get that dude down though. I mean, are they just gonna leave him up there until he climbs down himself? Or are they gonna send someone up there?
Maybe they should hook the crane up to a battery.
You'd need a pretty damn big battery. Because there's a lot of resistance.
Hook it up to the grid then.
Yeah, true. Just grab an
Watch the
electrical wire
fireworks.
and I would just launch fireworks at him. Get a no, seriously, go to the Black Cat fireworks warehouse, get a bunch of whistlers, and just start firing. I used to do that to my fucking neighbor when he pissed me off. Shoot him over his head. Cops came. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I shot him out of a beer bottle. Seriously. I just held the fucking beer bottle and shot him at him.
All right. So we need to do some shillage. We will start with Pat.
Yeah.
Shill your shit, baby.
I am your boy Pat. You'll find me on YouTube. You'll find me on Twitter mostly. Like I said, everybody knows what I talk about most of the time. And damn, pretty much that. It's a crap shit. I'm getting better at it though. Like I said, I'll be glad when I start live streaming myself.
I'm gonna teach him.
Mm-hmm.
Among other things.
It's just after I come from this trip, like I said, that's when I'm gonna start getting my equipment and my stuff ready.
All right. Is that all you got, sweetie?
Yeah.
All right, 6.
In the next 6 minutes, I am back on the social medias. So yeah, that's what I'm going on tomorrow morning. If you're up early, I'm going to be on with Scoob, and we're going to be talking about Mountain Dew. That's going to be going down 9 a.m. Eastern. It's the pilot episode. It's going to be a half-hour stream that I'm going to be doing regularly. A Mountain Dew stream. Yes, I know it sounds stupid. It sounds crazy, but yeah.
Is that the title, or that's what you're going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about Mountain Dew. That's the entire premise of the stream is Mountain Dew.
Hey, if you can fit me on there one day, I'll come.
Do the do.
Yep.
Hell yeah, do the do.
The show is called A Few Will Do. That's going down tomorrow.
I heard some wild shit about Mountain Dew, like I said.
Yep. Well, if you like Mountain Dew, hey, we got the stream for you. Well, I got the stream for you anyway.
All right. Baby brother.
I got nothing to show except for that Kickstarter game.
Okay, and mechanic.
Nothing to shill.
All right, and so I'm Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch. You can find me on pretty much any social media except for Facebook. You will find me as Ambrosia Locke, Locke spelled with an E at the end. Still really haven't had time to sit down and work on my videos, but I'm trying to get there. I'm really trying. My roommate's mom is in town, so in the next couple of days, hopefully I can just be like, I got to work on this shit. Leave me alone. So, hey, go watch my video about the small Trump protest where they try and yell at me and they actually caused me to switch parties. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
folks.
Hasta luego.